talk. You may have heard of me. I'm kind of a big deal on the internet. So here's what happens. I do a show every night. And after I do the show, I get put into a tiny little box. It's okay, I know, I understand, you know, my place in life. It's cool, don't, stop having so much sympathy for me. I'm fine. So last night I was put into a little box. Inside, shut up! I'm fine with my lot in life. I was put into a little box in a middle school auditorium. And I never know what it's gonna look like when I get out of the box. This is not what I expected. Oh my God, this place is beautiful. I love you all already. Thank you all so much. But when I first saw John, let me go back a second. I did know John Stock, who looked a lot like John Green. He was my brother. But he could not be here tonight because he is dead. Yeah, I know, it's a bummer. Tragically, he was mauled to death by a West Highland White Terrier. Oh, now it's funny. I get it. Thanks. That's what I was expecting.
Ah, wow. There are a lot of you. I'm going to emphasize what Hank Sock said. Oh yeah, I should probably plug in my guitar. The people in the front row are like, no, it sounds great. Jerks. Listen, it's everywhere now. This song is called Video Game Books. We all can dream of blazing glories, but all I dream of now is you and your blue eyes. It's strange to think how we can feel we don't live our own lives. I wasn't sure about my own, but now I'm feeling fine. Your video game books, they might give me funny looks, but Staff Sergeant Max Mayhem gets me hot. And I'm starting to see not just what you want from me, but what you want to get from what you've got. Now what do you think you're gonna be? You think you leave some kind of lasting mark? Well, with infinite tomorrows, and no, this isn't fair. No one gets remembered, but right now I just don't care. Your video game books, they might get me funny looks, but Staff Sergeant Max Mayhem gets me hot. And I'm starting to see not just what you want from me, but what you want to get from what you've got. There's not a lot of amputee heroes in history. I wish our lives were so much simpler. And I hope you get to have your moment in the fight, but no one ever gets to be quite who they want to be. You want it to matter, boy, well, you matter to me. Your video game books, they might give me funny looks, but Staff Sergeant Max Mayhem gets me hot. And I'm starting to see not just what you want from me, but what you want to get from what you got. There's not a lot of amputee heroes in history. but I got one sitting right in front of me. I know I'm not the only one who wants to know more about Harry's sons. I really do think there's an unwritten story, and I think it's time to put fingers to keys. A lot of people I know want to know more about Grindelwald and Dumbledore. I really think that they're both bad and lefty, and I think there's probably a good story there. The bookgate. I want a bookgate. I want a bookgate. And I want J.K. Rowling to say that the apple I was crap because we all know it was crap. And I want J.K. Rowling to say that Voldemort had a son and the story's just begun. And I want J.K. Rowling to say that she's writing bookgates. And I want to hear the tale of that mysterious veil. I really do think it's a dimensional portal, and I think Sirius is in Middle-earth. And I know I want to hear the one about Hagrid's dad and Hagrid's mom. I really do think that that's nearly impossible, and I think there's probably a good story there. The bookgate. I want a bookgate. I want a bookgate. And I want J.K. Rowling to say that the apple was crap because we all know it was crap. I want J.K. Rowling to say that Voldemort had a son and the story's just begun. And I want J.K. Rowling to say that she's writing bookgates. She could call it Harry Potter and the Pillar of Storge, or Luna Lovegood gets her own book all to herself, or Harry Potter and the Knights Who Say Knee, or Harry Potter and Benedict Cumberbatch.
A physical experience.
Or Harry Potter and the Time Lord fight the Daleks.
Oh my God.
Or Harry Potter and the San Francisco area Nerdfighters.
Not to freak out, and then you freak out. So just don't, or it won't happen.
So she's never seen in our videos, and in fact, if you're recording this, I would ask you to stop, although I know many of you won't, because I see that orange light. And that one, I see your orange light, sir, or ma'am, probably ma'am, let's face it. But my wife is a long-time member of our community, and since she's here tonight, she wanted to come say hi.
I'm never gonna give you up, I'm never gonna let you down, I'm never gonna run around and desert you, I'm never gonna make you cry, I'm never gonna say goodbye, I'm never gonna tell a lie or hurt you. We've known each other for so long. Your heart's been aching, but you're too shy to say it. Inside we both know what's been going. Did I just spit on you? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. She's cleaning her glasses off. That's a man in a tutu just spat on me. You know the game and we're gonna play it. And if you ask me how I'm feeling, don't tell me you're too blind to see. I'm I'm never gonna give you up. I'm never gonna let you down. I'm never gonna run around and desert you. I'm never gonna make you cry. I'm never gonna say goodbye. I'm never gonna tell a lie. You're
That's called Hank rolling. If you don't know what it is, I can't possibly explain it to you, so I won't try.
If you could change one thing about Hank, what would it be?
Oh, just one? Okay, so let me remind you that one of us is going to get shot this game. Key to the game is you not spoiling it by being like 3, 2, 1. We can't know when the timer's about to go off. Okay?
So don't even like look at it and get tense. Because John can sense that stuff and I'm not very good at like understanding emotions.
Okay, so the most, what?
Thing you would change about me. The smell? Is it the smell?
No, I think your ideas are of an extraordinary quality. Like you come up with some of the best ideas of anyone I've ever known, but you have too many of them. No one should have like 30s. How many domain names do you own? Estimate, seriously.
50-ish.
No. First off, you own at least 400 domain names, of which 2 are profitable. I would decrease the number of your ideas. What would you change about me?
Oh, I hadn't been thinking about it.
Okay.
The smell. You were in a van all day long.
Hank,
no, I would do something awesome, like I'd give you awesome pecs. So then you'd be like, Hank, thanks so much for my awesome pecs. And Sarah would be like, Hank, thanks so much for your awesome pecs. With like takeaways on my awesome ideas. Jerk.
in your best interest. I think that's what Catherine would want me to say. So that's what I said. It's your turn.
Have you ever considered writing a series, which would be far more profitable and it should have vampires? Dragon vampires, werewolf dragon vampires. Time-traveling werewolf dragon vampires. Investigating crime. In a high school. Under a bridge.
That sounds so horrible. It's just the reason it's funny is because it's so obvious that I could never write a series, you know? Like,
you could, you totally could.
No, I couldn't.
Yeah, you could. Oh yeah.
I couldn't. I really couldn't. So I don't want to fight with you on stage. We can fight about it later. But to answer the question,
looking forward to it.
I really treasure the opportunity to write the kind of books that I do, and one of the things that I treasure most about it is that when the book is over, I can give it to you, and then we're done. You know, like, then the book has a life of its own, and I really believe that books belong to their readers, and so when it's finished and I can give it to you, then it's yours. And it's kind of both, hopefully, your blessing, but it's definitely your problem. And if I were writing a series, then it would still be my problem. And that sounds horrible. Yeah, seriously. That's like the first worldiest problem of all.
Our driver said to me recently, like, all humans must yearn. And I was like, you're a truck driver. But she's been a truck driver for 20 years and she was like, all humans must yearn. So...
she's generally pretty brilliant.
Yeah. Stereotypes
by the way,
never happen.
That is one thing that we've learned is that driving a large vehicle is an extraordinarily highly skilled job. And I'm very glad that we aren't doing it because that vehicle would have been destroyed.
Or we would have just gone home.
Yeah. What is the exact thought going through your head right now?
I was thinking, boy, I hope the timer doesn't go off while I'm talking.
That's just what I was thinking.
Weird. Has the new cover of Abundance of Catherine's been decided yet, John?
I don't know, Hank. Will you talk about whether you liked An Abundance of Catherines?
John, what is your process like?
What's it like for you to write a song? How long does it take you to write an average song?
I don't know, how long does it take you to write an average book?
For all we know, we have like 4 minutes left, and this is gonna take forever. My process is that I write in the morning, and then I do videos and other stuff in the afternoon, Tumblr and whatnot. You can't cheer for something that has like billions of dollars in venture capital behind it. That's not allowed.
Actually, the question is, what is your process like for getting to know one of your characters? Do you get to know them as you write, or do you do writing exercises, or do they spring from your mind fully formed like Athena?
That's a great
I'm gonna be
question.
right, Jackie. I'm gonna be right.
Like ask them out to dinner, and then like go to. Because there's so much shock and crap. Oh, this is what you people come for. You never know how long it lasts. Catherine, did you just say hard? Oh, don't step on the guitar.
It just goes forever.
That's my least favorite part of the show. My favorite part is when Hank gets shocked.
I hate this place. I can barely keep the misery off my face. Yeah, there's one place I'd much rather be. Taking transfiguration in arithmancy and hanging with my friends in the owlery. But instead I'm learning parts of speech and trying not to fall asleep, and avoiding the only girl in school who might like me. It's so grotesque when the guy sitting next to you drools all over his desk. But as I almost raise my hand to complain, I realize that I want to be doing the same. So I put my head down on my desk as well. And then suddenly I'm learning a spell to make my teacher's head swell. But then he wakes me up and I can't help but yell, this isn't Hogwarts, this isn't concrete box. The pictures on the wall are never gonna talk, and the teachers don't care that the kids don't try. And those magical things we have is fluorescent lights. And then I put you in Hufflepuff if you're not cool. Instead they sort you in the parking lot after school. And I think if I looked into the mirror of Erised, I'd be wearing wizard robes with gold and red. But public school ain't a place for a wizard. No, high school ain't a place for a wizard. You know what's gross? When the lunch meat looks like 3-day-old soggy toast. But as I ate it anyway, I overheard this guy I hardly know calling me a nerd. So I cast up and zipper on him inside my mind. How I wish there were house elves making my food, and everything was perfectly spiced. Guys, and here's what's true. I'd do pretty much anything to go to wizard school. I'd even call Dolores Umbridge my friend if it meant I never had to go to gym again. And I look around at all this crap that's part of my life. No ghosts stalking the halls or hanging in the bathroom stalls, and the stairs don't move 'cause there's no stairs at all. Oh, this isn't Hogwarts. Concrete box, and the pictures on the wall are never gonna talk, and the teachers don't care that the kids don't try. And those magical thing we have is fluorescent lights, and they'll put you in Hufflepuff if you're not cool. Instead they sort you in the parking lot after school. And I think if I looked into the mirror of Erised, I'd be wearing wizard robes with gold and red. Well, I'm not saying I'm not proud to be a nerd, but public school ain't a place for a wizard. No, high school ain't a place for a wizard. That
through your life. Is a guy who always had the right life. With struggles have been burning out, it's burning through it. All the efforts I've learned. That love is not about whether you get stabbed, it's how slow the knife gets turned. But my friends have found an animal who doesn't feel his pain, and my life is so much better now that I can feel the same. Oh, you can't eat the knife if you live a life without light. You can't eat the dish if you've only ever eaten fish, and you can't feel alone if it's all you've ever known. Yeah, the deep-sea anglerfish has no reason to be happy, but it has no freaking idea what else to be. Well, the deep-sea dwelling anglerfish never has to find a mate. They are always there together when it's time to procreate. See, one dark night a young man bites a female on her side, and then slowly he becomes this bird-producing parasite. And if we can say he lives at all, he lives until she dies, and until that day he literally never leaves her side. Oh, you can't eat the night if you live your whole life without light. You can't eat the dish if you've only ever eaten fish. You can't feel alone if it's all you've ever known. Anglerfish has no reason to be happy, but it has no freaking idea what else to be.
Thank you all so much for coming out to our show tonight. We really appreciate it. You are amazing, and this is one of the great pleasures and privileges of our entire lives. So thank you so much. We want to remind you that all of Hank's music is available back at the booth sold by our friends at Kepler's. We want to thank them. We also want to thank the Fox Theater for being so beautiful and amazing. We want to also remind you that you can donate to This Star Won't Go Out back where the merch is sold. Please donate. All of your donations up to $500 will be matched by the Green Brothers. And most of all, we want to thank you. We want to thank you for being people who remind us to make better choices when it comes to what we think about. We are so grateful to be part of this community with you because you help us to think about what we should be thinking about and how we should orient our lives. And we can only hope that the Nerdfighter community does that for you as well. Thank you so much, and as we say in my hometown, don't forget to be awesome. Spare, you simply do not feel what is always there. I ask my breath to entertain. The pain is the same. If I feel it all the time, can you really call it pain? Well, I don't have any friends and I don't have any hair, but neither does the anglerfish, and she doesn't care. Oh, you can't eat the knife if you live your whole life without light. You can't eat the dish if you've only ever eaten fish, and you can't feel alone if it's all you've ever done. Anglerfish has no reason to be happy, but it has no freaking idea what else to be. Who you know I'm gonna be the man who wakes up next to you when I go out. Yeah, you know I'm gonna be the man who goes along with you. And if I get drunk, yeah, you know I'm gonna be the man who gets drunk next to you. And if I haver, yeah, you know I'm gonna be the man who's favored into you. 'Cause I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more just to be the man who walks 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. Yeah, you know I'm gonna dream about the times when I'm with you. And when I'm lonely, yeah, you know I'm gonna be the man who's lonely without you. And when I go out, yeah, you know I'm who goes along with you. And when I come home, yeah, you know I'm gonna be the man who's coming home to you. I'm gonna be the man who's coming home.